Granola is a healthy snack that you can eat. You can eat it with yogurt or just by itself or add some fruit and nuts to it. And something that's delicious and portable that you can take with you to the garden as a quick little snack. All the granola that you can buy in the store does have a lot of sugar and a lot of fat in it. So if you make it yourself, you can actually control those things on your own. So in this bowl we have 4 cups of old-fashioned oats, about a half a teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And then I have a cup of chopped pecans. If you like pecans, you can use almonds, you can use walnuts, you can use, even if you want, maybe some sunflower seeds. Doesn't have to be exactly pecans, but this is kind of the granola that I like. So you just stir together the dry ingredients just to get them all combined, because you're going to add some warm liquid ingredients. So in here on the stove we have warmed together some vegetable oil. Actually, I think I used olive oil, agave nectar, and if you don't have agave nectar you can use honey. And then I added maple syrup to it and brown sugar. I heated it so it was all combined, and as you can see it made a syrupy type thing here. So then you just combine the two. And before you get started with all this, you want to just preheat your oven to 300 degrees and make sure it's really preheated to go. And it's really important to make sure that you combine these on the stove together, because it helps mix the oil with the syrup and the sugar and all that stuff. So let me just get this combined here. Alright. And you want to do it on low on the stove so you don't burn it. That would be bad. Then you just mix this together. Pretty simple. And if you want the recipe, you can simply just email us or ask on our Facebook page, and you'll have that information at the end of the show. So let me just get this combined here. Now, I don't always like adding raisins or anything else to or dried fruit to my granola, because if I want that I just add it separately. But some people, if it's optional, you can add raisins or dried cranberries or dried cherries, anything like that. But like I said, I like to add that separately if I want to. Okay. Then what you want to do is you want to take a cookie sheet, and if you have one of these nice non-stick mats, go ahead and put it on there. If you don't have one, use parchment paper. Please do not use wax paper. If you use wax paper, it's going to melt and stick to your cookie sheet, and obviously you don't want that. If you don't have that, then just maybe use a non-stick cooking spray, or if you have tin foil or something like that, you can go ahead and do that. So then you just put it on here. And then you just want to spread it around into one even layer. So now we're going to go ahead and get this put into the oven. So we're just going to put this in the oven. We're going to leave it in there for 40 minutes. It's going to crisp up nicely, and you want to check it halfway through. You might want to flip it. Obviously want to make sure it's not going to burn. So we'll be back when it's all done and cook that for you. So now it's been in the oven for 40 minutes, and we pulled it out, and as you can see, it got brown. It's got that nice crispy granola texture, and what we're going to do is we're going to let it cool, and then we're going to store in an airtight container. You can store it in the freezer for up to 3 months, or you can store it in an airtight container for about a week to 2 weeks, just depending. And it's a nice healthy snack. It definitely tastes good in yogurt, mixing with some fruits. Even just some dried fruit would be good too.